What do you live for? What do you make a top priority? What do you exalt? What do you magnify? What do you honor? You know, these things that we do, the Bible says it's worship. We make worth of. And the Bible says that we're to worship Jesus alone, to make him preeminent, that he should be above anything and everything that we esteem. And when we don't do that, the Bible says it's idolatry. And we could actually sin against God. When we value sex, our status, our power over God. When we even make good things God things, like family, religion, our career. All these things pale into comparison to just worshiping God and making him God alone. And see, the Bible doesn't want us to live after idols. But yet, in America, one of the biggest idols that we face is money, possessions. We've been so blessed, but yet we sometimes put these blessings above God. And this is why Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6:24, you cannot serve God and money. You have to choose one or the other. See, money isn't a bad thing. The Bible actually says you can worship Jesus with your money, with your possessions. But money is the root of all kinds of evil. It's the love of money. It's not money itself, but loving money, putting money above God. And this is why he wants us to worship him with our possessions, to make God a top priority. We even talked about this last Sunday, why we give. And we're to give an offering unto the Lord, our possessions, our finances, these type of things, to trust God and to worship him and to make sure that we're worshiping Jesus, not our money. Now, what does this actually look like in real life? John chapter 12 in our weekly reading, we read that Mary actually gave worship to Jesus by giving possessions to him. She had this expensive ointment. It was about 300 denarii, which is about a year's wage of money. If she would have sold it, it would have been about like taking a year off. She could have used the money for it. But she opened this anointment up and poured it all over Jesus' feet as worship instead of using it for her own self. She gave it as an offering. And you know what? She was critiqued for this. Judas wanted some of that money and thought that was a dumb thing. But yet Jesus defends her and says, no, what Mary did is a good thing. Every time the gospel is preached now, I'm going to use this illustration to let people know that I am worthy to be esteemed, worthy to be honored, worthy to just be worshiped. And Mary used her possessions to worship God. And you know what? The Bible says we can use our possessions to worship God as well. And see, God sees our hearts. He desires for us to give. And it doesn't matter if you have a lot of money or a little bit amount of money. The Bible says whatever you do it for the glory of God. And so may we give offerings unto the Lord. May we worship him and not be caught in idolatry.